Hello, and welcome to Cursed Content Club, the only club that has already finished loading. I am your host, Mr. SSD, and with me, as always, are my co-hosts, Sony and Pony Video Games of GigaBoots.com.
Glad to be here. Wait, am I Sony or Pony?
Who knows, man?
Oh, no.
And Cad Zordon from KZExcellent.com.
Cad Zordon.
Thank you so much. Do you know how scared I was you were gonna call me KZXboxcellent?
Oh man, that's actually pretty
today,
good.
in honor of I don't know, I think Xbox is showing something sometime around this is fucking coming out. We are watching Virtual Vendetta, Xbox versus PlayStation, a fan film. I don't know what this is. Dan found this from the fucking bottom of the barrel, so he can explain it.
I said the title and he laughed.
Now, viewers, normally when I bring you an indie film, it is a classic, a certified hood classic here in the GigaBoots HQ that we have watched numerous times.
GigaBoots banger.
This was such a gem that I only allowed myself to watch 3 minutes of it because this film is people cosplaying as famous video game characters in a trans universe war. And it is so delightful, and I enjoyed it so much that I just wanted to watch it with my friends and with all of you. it features General Radek fighting Marcus Phoenix.
Oh, I know that one. Who?
Oh, the guy from...
Gears guy.
Yeah, Marcus Phoenix fighting Killzone 2-men.
Oh.
The special effects were incredible.
Is Killzone 2-men the dude with the helmet?
Yes, he's one of the dude with the helmet.
Okay,
you know how I can tell a Sony fan made this just by your description? An Xbox fanboy wouldn't know who Killzone Man was.
An Xbox fanboy might not know who Sweet Tooth is. Oh my god, what if they have Sweet Tooth in this? That fire effect on his head is going to look incredible. I'm so excited.
It'll just be like a red wig.
Oh, that's even worse.
They have like a fan.
It'll be like a fire printed like troll doll wig.
Oh my god. I am so excited for this. So excited, and it's available to watch for free on the YouTube.
Yeah.
So, dear viewer, there is no barrier of entry to watch the film itself, but there's a mild one to watch it with us. Mr. Phil, how can they watch Virtual Vendetta with us?
Well, you can go to our Patreon at patreon.com/gbpodcast. For as little as $5 a month, you get access to this commentary and every commentary we've ever done for a Cursed Content episode, and every single one we will ever do, provided you continue to give us money.
That's like 24.
You also get many other benefits, such as access to Cursed Content by Committee, our Patreon exclusive show, where you get to vote on what horrible thing we watch, early access to our anime podcast, Chugging Bleach and Mondo Cool, extended armchair dev pitches, and many other benefits potentially, possibly, allegedly, paraphrase. That's patreon.com/gbpodcasts.
Before we go into the movie, I want to do, this may be the most fun one of these segments has ever been. What do you guys think? Name one thing you think will happen in this film.
That's good.
Let's start with Bob. Bob, what one thing, what great clash do you expect to see, or outcome or event?
Nathan Drake will trip Master Chief.
He's supposed to be like 7.5 feet tall and 300 pounds or some shit. Nathan Drake just sticks his foot out.
Either that or has some sort of tripwire. It might be advanced. I don't know.
Oh, man.
I got something.
Okay, go ahead.
I almost said God of War man, but it's Kratos. Will clash his blade with Master Chief's energy sword. It'll be really raw, and the effect on it will make me shit my pants.
In a good way, right?
Yes, there will be blood.
Wait. I'm trying to. There's a lot of things I could guess at. I guess I'm gonna go with hitting it out of the park for this film would be at some point they have to work together to solve a problem. So you get a scene where Nathan Drake is in a car with Master Chief driving in a Jeep somewhere, and they just talk. They have to like fill time, and it's hilarious. That would send me.
All the Sony characters are like, we got to fix this loading problem. The Microsoft characters go, I'm gonna sit down and take a nap.
Now, I won't say when we recorded this after what happened, but I think you can guess when.
Maybe.
My only guess is Pyramid Head will be in this somehow.
He could be. I don't know. I'm so excited.
There will be a GameCube controller with no buttons.
Oh man, that would be too good. That's too good. Send us to the movie. We have to go to the movie now.
All right. Well, we're going to go watch the movie now. Like I said, patreon.com/GV podcast.
Okay, bye.
And we're back. Virtual Vendetta is a 2019 fan film. To put it bluntly, this is what you would have eventually gotten if Blistered Thumbs, the channel awesome gaming site, had not failed. So, Dan, what did you think of Virtual Vendetta?
Virtual Vendetta is really close to what I expected. It's state park centric. It's a lot of rough cosplay and uninventive action scenes. I think where I was disappointed is by the lack of good writing, character moments, vehicle moments, set pieces, multiple locations, basically everything else. It is the most reduced form of what this movie could have been. I'm going to go ahead and give it a -4. It's like Versus without a single ounce of joy from the movie Versus wrapped in a webcomic from the early aughts.
Oh,
Pretty accurate, Bob.
this involved a lot more random extras who aren't supposed to be anyone from any video game than I was expecting.
Yeah.
It's really just boring, incredibly boring, and just really bad. It's not as bad as a Channel Awesome movie. I'm gonna give it a -3.
Yeah. That's fair.
KZ.
Virtual Vendetta was boring, but also hilarious at many different points. Upon looking it up, not only was this put into parts, but they had character introduction videos that were 30 seconds to a minute long in motion comic form.
Oh.
Guess I couldn't find a place to put it in.
They're apparently prologues for each character, like set up where they were in their life. But yeah, this isn't the worst thing we've seen. And there are parts where I felt joy, and I was also correct, so I have to give it another boost. So -2.
This was really bad. It didn't hurt me in any unique ways. It was pretty much exactly what I expected. So I'm gonna give it a -2 also. Let's just get right into our segments before the fucking dementia takes this away from me.
Oh no.
It's hard. Can you believe it's hard to remember a movie when it's the same thing happening over and over in a park?
For 52 minutes?
Dan, who's your favorite character? I know who you're gonna pick, but you get to go first.
It's a little hard, honestly. I guess I'm going to have to go with Sweet Tooth exclusively because his fire effect for his head is the best special effect in this, and he's not as bad as the bad character moments for every other character.
It's true. Also, me and KZ are blind. We're like, no, that's real, probably.
I'm very tired.
By the end of this, I thought through the writing, Sweet Tooth would have been fantastic because Calypso would have been fantastic because Calypso is a very delightful character in Twisted Metal. But unfortunately, he did jack all in this movie, and I was pretty upset and disappointed.
He's just British
in this. He does have a Lex Luthor as played by Jesse Eisenberg energy, and that is about as far from Calypso as you could fucking get. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to Sweet Tooth. He's a relatively decent cosplay, best special effect in the film, and is good in a few scenes. So yeah, there we go, Sweet Tooth.
KZ.
I'm gonna go with the special one this time. I'll pick the final character to be introduced, Scorpion.
Darn it, I was gonna pick him.
Now, the reason is, one, he appeared at the end, so there's nothing they could do to ruin him. Two, upon looking up the channel that did this fan film, I found out the reason that he exists in this is just because they had the costume, because they have an ongoing series called MK Roomies.
Yep.
Which, from what I can tell by clicking on one, it's them in Mortal Kombat costumes being apartment roommates, and it all looks dire. There are over 100 episodes.
Wow.
Well, there we go. We've got some more material.
Fuck you, Bob. Save us. Best character, go.
They're all so bad.
There's a good one right there.
I guess Kratos. He has a few funny moments where he kills Spartans in hilarious manners. Where he lifts them over his head and tears them in half.
It's true. We've literally talked about doing that exact shot for a decade now. So at least they got that.
Yes, that's the only moment of joy I've had in this movie, basically.
Yeah, it's dire. I guess my favorite character has to be Fableman, just because he feels like he's from an alternate dimension. Like, he doesn't fit into this movie in any way. He's just there.
It doesn't even feel like they played Fable.
Yeah, it doesn't. I played Fable 2 and 3, and I'm like, I don't know, I don't recognize any of this shit. I even played half of Fable 1.
Yeah, I played through a lot of Fable 1, and you didn't really speak strongly to the character?
Yeah, I played through 1 and 2, and there was no moment where I felt like I'm the good guy, and he would act it all like that. Like, he's weirdly above everything.
Yeah.
You know, I'm shocked that no one picked Marcus Phoenix.
You mean Joel?
Why would anyone pick him?
He was funny as shit.
The cosplay for him was weird because it was like, it felt like he had some of the most effort, and yet it looked one of the worst.
That's only because the Dead Rising 3 outfit is just a car mechanic outfit.
Right?
You know what? It's a good thing you said one of the worst, because Cortana's right there.
I know. Cortana is the absolute worst. They should not have put her
Cortana
in the movie if she looked like that.
A kid that's wearing a Power Ranger outfit for Halloween where it's just the spandex part.
And then they're like, we'll get it in post. We'll make you look good in post somehow. And they couldn't.
Ugh. I guess we have to go to worst character now.
Oh, this will be real hard.
Bob, you get to start.
Cortana.
Shit.
Is we just went over.
All right, next.
Is the worst outfit ever.
Did she seal her fate when she danced?
Yes, that was also terrible.
Of course she did.
God, that dance. That was so dumb.
Dan, does anybody compete with her horrible dance?
I'm gonna say Calypso sucks ass in this, and really disappointing on the character, because some of these other characters, you could, like, nobody's expecting good writing out of Dead Rising 3 guy. No one's expecting good writing out of Marcus Phoenix. Calypso could have had a really good moment here. He could have done something. There could have been some plan. But just like the film itself, he doesn't seem to have a plan. He just said, let's do a thing, and it happened.
Let me show you a motion graphic.
His great plan is going to happen in the sequel.
See, here's the huge divide you guys don't understand. Calypso's basically a god. He's more powerful than anyone else in this film. How? But you wouldn't know. You would have no idea because this entire film, his full course of action, his full effect is he teleported them to Xboxlandia and I guess brought one of them back from the dead. All right. That sucks. It sucks so bad.
I hope Quan Chi's in the next one.
Oh man, that would be great.
Oh my God.
If only they filmed the MK Roomie series in a higher quality, they could have made a film out of that too. It's funny because you can look at MK Roomies and compare it to this and see how they're two different levels of productions. It's like, yeah, this is them trying to make a movie, I guess. Oh man.
I'm gonna go with Colonel Raddick.
Okay.
I forgot about that character.
He just sucked.
Yeah.
I feel like I learned I couldn't even. He's just bad. He's just like, I'm gonna stand here and be menacing, man. Though they probably didn't play Killzone.
Starting to think that, yeah.
I like his explosion when he blew up. That was good.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
That's how plasma grenades work.
Yes.
Yes, when they're on the back of your head.
They make you erupt from the middle as though you just finished eating at Golden Corral.
Yeah, you turn into a 3D object, and then
Oh no!
and you break apart into particles.
KZ.
Dead Rising Man.
Keep trying to remember his name, and it's like Nick Robinson? Wait.
Nick
No.
Rico. No, not Nick Robinson. It was Nick Rico, I believe.
Whatever his fucking name is. He sealed his fate when he did the Dead Rising pun line.
Yeah, that was really bad.
Everyone had one of those, I feel.
Oh, Nick Ramos. Everybody did have one.
It's kind of rough.
I think.
Yeah, but I already didn't want him in this movie, so it already made me hate him more.
Yeah, the thought of adding Dead Rising 3 guy is one of your main Xbox reps is insane. Like, it's literally how?
What else do they have? Forza car?
Yes, they should have driven a McLaren in this. We need backup. A McLaren pulls up.
Why didn't they get Laura Croft?
Well, they only would have gotten her for a limited time.
Yeah, I know. You could have done a really good plot thing where she changes sides.
I think Dead Rising 3 was only limited time.
No, Dead Rising 3 never came out on jack shit else. It's upsetting.
It came out on PC.
Did
yeah,
it?
Yeah, it came to PC, but
Okay,
nothing
it never
else.
came to PS4.
That PC ain't real.
No, they talk about PC in this movie. It's real.
Oh, that's true. They can't go there.
Yeah, you don't want to go there.
It's too different. And they also mentioned Nintendo, but they can't go there either.
Yeah, I guess Dead Rising 3 is on PC. I never knew.
Lucky them.
Well, I'll start off with the best scene. The best scene is when Colonel Raddick explodes.
Yes.
It is the funniest effect in the movie.
I'm not sure about that, but it is a really, really amazing effect in this film.
It is great.
Bob has second dibs.
All right. The best scene in the movie. Cole McGrath gets really angry,
Uh-huh.
and he blows up the city.
Oh, God, I forgot.
It's a montage of the most amazing visual effects in this movie, and one of them involves a lightning strike hitting a man and him just disappearing.
That was hilarious.
One of them is stock footage they put the lightning effect over.
Yes.
Oh.
And it's interlaced.
They just put B-roll in.
It's so good.
Oh yeah, the another character they could have chosen from Xbox would be better.
Uh-huh.
Put in Banjo. Or Blinks the cat.
Oh, man, those would have been good.
No, Blanks. Blanks would have been incredible.
We don't need like Banjo. Cole McGrath has blown up the city. Good.
Or Kilgore from
Killer Instinct. Yeah.
Actually, that one would be too hard. They could barely do Master Chief.
Ah, it's cool. Here's what you do. You just do Glacius and then have someone do a fully 3D model you put over the actor.
That would be amazing.
I can't take the fact that you said Kilgore when his name is Fulgore, but they made a clone of him in DLC at the very end called Kilgore.
Yeah,
so you're
that's
still right.
That's what makes it a deep cut. Oh, I thought that was intentional, Bob. You were like, even the
mixed them
knockoff.
up.
Oh, okay.
Kilgore was when they were like, we want to add more characters, but we straight up have no money to do that.
Yeah, no, that's great.
KZ, what's your favorite scene?
When I was right and they did the energy sword fight against Kratos.
Yeah.
It was enhanced by him summoning the energy sword and Field just going, fuck you, Casey.
I bet. Dan.
So there's a scene where Master Chief's like, there's no way Cole won't shoot me this time because there are other people around. There's no way he'll just shoot me once and own my ass. And then right after that happens.
I have a bit of a lisp.
It just happens right after that. It's fantastic. He's like, oh, shit.
Oh, I didn't think this through. You think like my shield would protect me from energy, but I guess not.
Yeah, your energy shield might be able to stop energy. I don't know, man.
Because, like, if this was a Bob and George comic, that's when he would have looked at the camera and just said, shit. And that would have been the end of the fourth panel.
How fucking dare you bring that in here?
That's a better
thing.
That's a better
has
joke
a Bob
than
and
this.
George energy.
That's a better joke than anything in this movie.
This
Yes.
show's called Cursed Content Club.
KZ, we need the worst scene.
Honorable mention for best scene, by the way, first-person shooter Halo part.
Yes.
Yeah, that was good.
That
It
was.
was so bad.
I was ascending.
Yeah,
I think we've done better first-person shooter sequences with you holding a camera, Dan, and walking down a hallway.
God damn it.
God.
The worst scene, probably, is the one toward the end in which all the extras decided that after all the murdering that maybe they're not winning. They're damned if they do, damned if they don't. And I'm like, why are they still here? I hate this.
Yeah.
The worst scene is the scene where I actually have to look up the IMDb page for this movie right now to find out if that guy in the beginning is actually supposed to be Nathan Drake.
Oh my!
I think it was just an extra.
If it's supposed to be Nathan Drake, that's the saddest thing.
It doesn't appear to be Nathan Drake. So there's a scene early on where a guy looks at a picture of his wife and daughter and then punches Kratos a couple times and gets killed. And he looks just enough like Nathan Drake where you think he's Nathan Drake, but he is not. So I will have to pick the worst scene is the weird scene where the lady Killzone soldier is like, why'd you shoot that guy? We should have come in peace. I'm like, why are any of you in this movie? It's really bad.
They had a really great twist.
Yeah.
Honorable mention goes to the scene where Nick Ramos throws water on Sweet Tooth.
Yeah.
They probably thought that was a great joke.
I enjoyed that moment of course, Nick would think that was his weakness, even though it's just his skull on fucking fire. I think that's probably one of the strongest moments in this. Admittedly, everything else in that scene's terrible. Like the action between them. Oh, man.
Yeah, for some reason it felt like they needed the green screen them to be in the same place, which made no sense.
Yeah, that was rough.
Dan.
So since it was Field passed on it to mention something else as his least favorite. Yeah, garage plot moment at the beginning of this movie is fucking critically the worst piece of shit in the entire film. What a terrible way to set up your whole film. The first scene is Kratos killing a god, and I'm like, okay, good. They're going to be showing and not telling. Then they all pack into a garage to have a conversation about this is the plot of the movie, and it keeps going, and I get viscerally upset. And honestly, that is kind of endemic of the problems of the rest of this film. It's a shitload of, we didn't write any set pieces. We didn't have them go anywhere or do anything. They just sit in this garage and then they sit in this state park.
They got costumes. That's all you need.
It pisses me off.
I did enjoy the bizarre map of PlayStation land that is Killzone land, God of War land,
Yeah.
Infamous land, and
Calypso Town.
yeah, Calypso Town, where it's like, this came out in 2019. I feel like you didn't exactly pick the freshest things to be your 4 kings of PlayStation.
Look, man, we're not going to bring in Horizon Zero Dawn. That involves doing a CGI dinosaur.
That involves having a woman anywhere in this movie.
Cortana was there.
And so was the lady you just complained about.
And so was Civilian.
Yeah.
Honestly,
It's leaving him.
the sequel needs to have Days Gone Man.
God.
I need fan film Deacon St. John.
It's a really easy costume. It's just as easy as Nick, whatever his name was.
And yet I still need it.
Nick Rising.
Bob, take us out.
Okay, this is easy. I don't know how this didn't get picked yet.
Yeah.
The scene where Master Chief teabags Kratos.
That was in my top 3 scenes.
Is it because he didn't crouch enough for that to convey itself, or
It looks terrible. It's happening, and that's already upsetting enough. It just shouldn't be there. It's like, haha, wink, wink. This is what we do in the video game in the worst way. And it's kind of, like Dan was saying, endemic of everything in this movie.
yeah. It's an early aughts webcomic brought into flesh.
I can't believe this was made any time in the last 5 years.
Let alone the last year.
You think during editing they'd be like, oh no.
Is there a way we can redo the dialogue?
Just start deleting.
Can we read?
It can't have been from last year. I gotta look again.
I'm sorry, KZ. Virtual Vendetta 2019.
They at least got the first part out in December 2018.
Can you believe the writer was the director?
What? No way.
Yeah.
It's so well put together.
You can contact them at consolewars.series@gmail.com.
You're kidding.
That's what's in the description of their video.
Oh my god.
Does anybody have any final thoughts on fucking Virtual Vendetta?
I was really disappointed. I was hoping for a bit more campy dialogue scenes, because even a webcomic from the early aughts would do that much. But, the paper-thin plot doesn't allow for it because it doesn't have any complexity to it at all. The outfits are bad. I already knew that. I was pretty disappointed. That's
so bad.
That's why I gave it such a low score. You could have had so many more character moments that were funny. You could have chosen much better PlayStation people. Like, fucking, you don't have Nathan Drake. You don't have...
You have Evo
Aloy.
Cole.
Evo Cole.
This is like a bad roster from PlayStation All-Stars.
It's kind of worse than that, even, because even that had Spike. I mean, imagine that. You could have had Spike in this, right?
Uh-huh.
And then have him unleash... Or Spectre. Some guy could have been cosplaying Spectre and had a monkey army. That would have been hilarious.
It just means you have to make your version of this.
It's not mature enough to be in this, Dan. I'm sorry. This is only for M-rated big boys. That's why they're like, the Nintendo Planet, that's for babies.
Yep, that has to be the case.
They did say that. Oh, yeah, what a disappointment.
Anything else?
Well, looking at their tweets, I realized they hashtag all for Xbox and not for PlayStation. So that explains the PlayStation picks. But no, that's it. I'm done.
I want to thank YouTube recommendations for ruining our lives and giving Dan the worst fuel.
It won't be the last time.
Yeah, we gotta watch MK Roomies.
Fuck you.
This month's GigaBoots videos have erupted into reality thanks to the money magic of our executive producers. Esme, Nicholas Cameron, E. Lee Broyles, Star Falcon, Spaceman Spiff, Danny Richardson, Red Blaze 27, They Podlord Now, and local himbo Adam Adbar. Thank you very much to our executive producers. And also these guys. If you want to become powerful like our executive producers, you can head on over to patreon.com/gigaboots today.